Too late. And that I'm like, okay. I was trying to see whether I can set my light better. Almost 20 minutes. 21 minutes behind schedule. It is not deliberate. I had some background network glitches and I had to just ensure that I let's come down a bit. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I think that's better. And then I also got confused. I think our timing sort of also confused me, but it's fine. We're here now. Okay, my name is Funaki Akintola Williams, and then we'll make this, not as long as we would normally, because that we have. I'm already behind schedule, but I know that I still have to show up. Because showing up is what we do, okay? And then today we're talking about something very interesting. Of course, you know that when it is girls and their matter, you know that I'm 100% in. This is the brightest. Please calm down. Can Alexa go quiet? Alexa is speaking. Can it go quiet? Okay, sorry about that distraction. Today we'll be talking about your teenage girl and the challenge of invisibility, because the world is different now, things are different, and then the things that used to matter to teenagers when you were a teenager isn't what matters anymore to this current day teenage girl, and then you need to understand that so that you'll be able to help your daughter. Okay, so how do you how do you help your daughter if your daughter is feeling unseen, feeling nobody knows me, nobody understands me, nobody, do you know that kind of thing? Feeling invisible, whether amongst our friends, amongst our colleagues, and then it is a thing. So it wouldn't be, it will show that you're not, if you're thinking that it is not a thing, and then because of that, you're not willing to address it, that means you're still behind time. And then you shouldn't be behind time, especially as it concerns your teenager. And that is why we're having that conversation today. How do you help your teenager? Teenager is struggling. Everybody has a phone. She wants to have a phone. Everybody is doing nail piercing. No, I mean nail fixing, nose piercing, belly, tummy piercing. All of the things that teenage girls these days count as making them visible. For your teenage girl, if for your teenage girl, it might be something. For the other teenage girl, it might be something. But as a parent parenting a teenage girl in this 21st century, you need to understand that is a thing with them. I think I've shared with you once how that suddenly my daughter go back from school and I saw she wrote some stuff. She used a pen actually to write some stuff on her hands. And I saw that, okay, I think she wrote probably her name or something. But I knew where that was coming from immediately. As young as she is, that means there's a culture that is prevalent where we are, which is the culture of piercings, tattoos, blah blah. So it will be funny if you're thinking that, oh, my daughter is, don't forget that your environment is more powerful than your child. If you're watching me live, you can please put that in the comment section. Your environment is more powerful than your child, and that is why these conversations are valid today. Imagine if even your phone, for example, your phone, you put your phone is hot, it's very hot, it's very very, and then you think, oh, I'm going to put it in a freezer, and then you put your phone in a freezer. What's going to happen to your phone? Of course, your phone will get probably frozen. That is the power of environment. So for you to say that, oh, I've been teaching my daughter understands these things. Don't forget, your daughter goes to school, your daughter goes to church, your daughter goes to the social club, your daughter goes to meet a friend. She goes everywhere. Your daughter probably has a phone, has internet, knows what is going on, so forth. So a lot of, and then she sees young people like her too. And then don't forget, at that point in life, your daughter is still growing, trying to find her feet and all of that. So that is when these kind of conversations become valid. You need to begin to teach her why it is so. So the time she feels, oh, you do not want to know how many conversations I've had about phone. I mean, I ran phone with my daughter because the environment where you even have girls younger than her. Do you understand? Younger girls trying to, oh, having the latest iPhones, iPhone 17, iPhone 13. All of these things are the things that they feel makes them feel seen. So that is why the conversation is valid, and that is why you must not, because have I not been telling you? Have I not been teaching you? I told you that you're not going to use a phone till 18 or you're till 19 or whatever. That is not the conversation. So how do you help your daughter so that she's not thinking, oh, I am not seen, I am not known, and it is a thing. It is a thing. Your teenage girl wants to be seen, wants to be known, wants to be, because that is the world they are in. Don't forget your teenage daughter. I think another challenge that most millennial, especially millennial parents, I didn't have a phone until I was in the 300 level in the uni. So when I left uni 2008, that was when I finished uni. So, and then I have a daughter that's almost 12 that was born inside technology. So these kids, these teenage girls, these between teenage girls, they are born in, that's what they call them, kids born inside. Some of you are probably, some of our parents, some of their parents are probably, even while they were pregnant with them, shooting content. Do you understand? Oh, my 1 month pregnancy journey, my 2 month pregnancy journey, my 3 months. So that is the era those kids are born. Do you understand? So it's a thing for them. That is why. So you have to understand where we're coming from with these conversations. That is why visibility for your teenage girl is a thing. She was born in it. She was born inside technology. But I read recently that studies have shown that no teenage set, no generation in teenage has shown the level of moral, I mean, mental and intellectual decline as much as teenagers of this generation. Do you understand? Do you understand? So that is why it is a thing. So that is why you should not invalidate your daughter thinking or feeling the need to be seen, to be visible. These days you have girls of 10-year-olds having YouTube accounts. There's a girl in my daughter's class there, she has a YouTube account that her parents, whatever it is, I don't know, but that's a thing. So they are born inside technology. So I'm trying to give you a background information so that you can understand if your teenage girl is coming and this is you are trying to say, okay, no gadgets to this time, no screen to this time, or blah 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 to this time. So your daughter, so that's why you have to understand this and they begin to. It's when you understand why you're doing what you're doing, that is when you can, really guide your daughter into making the right choice. So your daughter is coming at you with, mommy, all my friends are going to doing sleepovers. That's part of being seen for your teenage that you have given birth to in this generation. Get sleepovers, blah blah blah. Oh, my friend has a birthday party, and then they have told us to all come in crop tops. It could be anything. So your visibility does not necessarily have to be on socials. It could be also a way of life that her other girls are. She sees other girls around her, and before you start, I've already told before you start going, oh, what's funny, but it's not a but I know, but in our house we don't do this. The environment of your child is much more powerful than your child. I think I already explained that. So we'll go right onto it. What do you do when you're that? Because mine is coming at me. I don't know for yours, but mine is coming at me. Mommy, why do you think? Why am I not allowed to? Why am I not allowed to? Already we're praying for high school. We're preparing for high school, and then she goes, oh, mommy, but you have said that if I am valuable, if I am this, if I am that, it will give me blah 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 blah. And I had to go back to my drawing board. Because really, if it's about creating stuff, there's stuff that she's been able to do, blah blah blah. All of those things they will keep twisting. And one thing with girls is they'll keep coming at you, thinking that, oh, maybe she has shifted ground. As mommy shifted ground, as mommy shifted ground. So when they come to you with these things, what do you want to do? What do you want to say? And don't forget, the most important thing I've always told you is your daughter must always be able to come to you for wisdom and for guidance. The moment your daughter is not able to come to you, the moment your daughter is beginning to rely on other sources, she's outsourcing her wisdom and guidance to other processes. You may want to check your parenting and see that what is that you are doing. So if she comes to you and say, mommy, I feel unseen, or I feel or I don't feel like I am, I feel like something is passing me by. How do you help her? So this is what I mean by if your daughter is struggling with invisibility. And don't forget, what invisibility is to you is not what it is to your daughter, okay? So the number one thing you want to do to help your daughter if she's struggling with invisibility is you have to let her teach her, make her understand that being invisible in the terms teenagers say it is not a challenge. No, that is not popular. She's thinking, oh, mommy doesn't understand. But you have to sit with her. You have to make her understand. Okay, so if your daughter is saying, mommy, this is what I'm struggling with, you have to now sit there. Okay, what do you mean? By the time she breaks it down for you, you will see that what she's really trying to say, that mommy, I'm being invisible, is trying to say, mommy, I want to feel among. I want to belong. So it is not really a challenge. More, it is not. Instead of it being a challenge, it is more of a, category, peer pressure, peer category kind of thing. So the one thing you want to understand, make a teenage girl understand, say, hey girl, oh you don't. Oh, for example, let me use the phone example of phone, because that is what most teenage parents struggle with. For example, if you have decided I'm not going to hand over a smartphone to my daughter till a certain age, and she keeps at you, oh mom, but all my friends in class have phone, all my friends, blah blah blah, blah. And yeah, you try to reason with her, blah blah. Okay, and she comes, mommy, this is what my challenge is. So I don't feel seen. I don't feel like I am, I don't feel seen. I don't feel like I am there and everything. Because why? And she goes, why? And then she goes, it's because I don't have a phone. So you have to demystify, and you have to you have to make less important. Exactly, that's what I'm trying to do. You have to make less important that issue. See, this, you want to have a phone, it's fine, but I want to let you understand that it is not a challenge. Most of these things is psychological for these girls. So the moment you're able to sit there and like, okay, you know what? Is it phone? Phone is not a problem. So the problem is because you feel that every other person has a phone. It's the same thing like wanting to get another piercing. So there's a time my daughter asked me, and she goes, "Mommy, are you gonna let me do a second piercing?" Because I had, I think, yeah, I don't know whether I should use add or have, because now most of it, two of it is closed up. So, but when I was in uni, I had three piercings. So there's a time I was putting earrings on the three. Oh, fine, beautiful and everything. So because of course she's saying that at a time. So but later she stops and she starts saying just one. And then she goes, "Oh, mommy, are you gonna allow me?" So I can't, it will be hypocritical of me to not say, no, you can't. I did it. Do you understand? So I have to make her understand that, you know what, piercing or lack of it is not the problem. Piercing or lack of piercing is not the problem. So the problem is you are thinking that, oh, if I don't have a piercing. So first of all, make that issue, whatever it is that your daughter is coming to you with, less important. That's the first place. As in, don't make it, so I'm missing out. There's a thing. Do you want to just, in the class? So just no, don't just chat in the class. Don't go anywhere to do that, please. So you now be like, oh, okay, mommy, I want to feel. So you have to make her first understand that, say, this is not a problem. So you're not miss. I said to my daughter years ago that, you know what, if there's anything that you do not have right now, if there's anything that you think that is not immediately in your possession, that thing you do not need it. So you have to have that conversation for, so that when other friends are talking about, oh, how that I have a phone, or how that I am allowed to do sleepovers, and if it is how that do you understand? So you have to understand, if I'm not doing sleepovers right now, I am not missing out. It will take time, but don't forget, I always tell you, it depends on the level of what we've been constantly doing with your girl. So how did I resolve the issue of phone and blah 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 with my daughter? It's not as if we have, finally conquered it, but now it is not a burning pressure, because I've sat down with, over the years, we sat down to say, you know what, this is why and why and why and why and why, depending on what is important to you in your journey with your girl. But I was able to say, okay, this is because of this reason, this reason. And I began to cite examples, bring practicalities, and I said, okay, this is what you have. This is in alternative to this, you have this, you have this, you have this. So you're not missing out on anything. So that's number one. And you know what? It will be so don't think because you have said it today, you'll be shocked. I've had a media plan in place since my daughter was 7. Is that 7? I'm not sure, that I've had a media plan that we follow. But somehow, she's gonna be 12. We're still having a conversation. So that's why I said that parenting is ongoing pickings, ongoing learning. So it's an ongoing conversation. So you're gonna let her understand. So you're not saying, I've told you I told you last once now, but the pressure is still there. So you say, I know. You go, I told you last month, I know you're not allowed to do this, yes. So if she comes to you again, you go again. And that is, repetition. Don't forget, that is how their own brain is wired. Repetition. So the impression is being formed by constant and repetitive information. It's tiring, it's whatever, but that's what you got to do. But the moment she's able to demystify the moment she's able to make less important that stuff in her mind, then she begins to really have a grasp at what you're saying. So that is how to help her. It's not a problem. This thing you think, this whatever. I've just started examples. It could be I want to do sleepovers and you don't believe in it. It could be gadgets, you don't believe in it. It could be casual dates, because there's a conversation. If you're 13-year-old, 14-year-old comes, mommy, everybody is dating in my class. Do you understand? Do you have the response for? Do you have? Are you ready for those conversations? This is so okay. So dating is not so. Whatever it is in your own journey, I've just given you examples of what you need to be doing to make her so that that's. Don't forget that the most important thing. I mean, the most issue. I mean, the most difficulty she's having is she's thinking that she's missing out. Do you understand? So you're the one to it's reverse psychology. You're the one to make her understand and believe that you know what you're not missing out. So for every time she's thinking she's missing out, she's coming to you and you're able to, calm things down. You're not missing out on anything. You're right where you need to be. That way, you're helping her become, even despite the fact that you're not succumbing to what it is that she wants, you're also helping her. So she's feeling less agitated. But because this thing is a thing for them, don't forget they also talk. They also have their own conversations that they have. So she's not feeling I'm absolutely living a horrible life. Do you understand? So that's number one. The next thing you want to do is you want to help your teenage girl deepen her roots. That's what I mean. I'll explain in a minute. Deepen the root of your girls via self growth and self development. I was having a conversation with my daughter just this afternoon. So in church, and for me, for everything, I pick lessons everywhere. And then I think she looked at my screen. What's that word now? Screensaver, and it was a picture that was on my screensaver of my phone. And she goes, "Oh, this is really very beautiful." I said, "Yes, beautiful. You're very beautiful." But do you know what? Beyond that beauty, when people come close to you, they should see depth. They should see character. They should see honor. I've turned that into a teachable moment. What do I mean? Deepen the root of your girl. Parents, this is your core responsibility, and I'll tell you why. Because if you don't, nobody will do it for you, and then the gap will show later. Deepen it. Let your girl, let her be able, and that is what's going to make the difference in the next couple of years. Girls with roots and girls that are just superficial. You're going to make up your mind. You're the one, and please don't say that. I have done my bits. No, you have not done your bits, ma. No, ma, you have not done your bits. So deepen the root of your girl. How do you do it? Self growth, self development. Let your girl see you actively trying to develop your own life. So I've told you that you're a silent curriculum. Whether you're talking, whether you're not talking, you are also a curriculum. The daughter is watching. And I remember I told us months ago that if your daughter were left to you, nobody, there's no interference from anywhere, there's no help from anywhere, just you and your daughter, will your daughter still be able to reach where she's supposed to get to in terms of impact, in terms of difference, in terms of purpose? So that's why I said deepen roots. So deepen roots. How? Self growth, self development. Please empower your daughters. See, because you know what? Have you noticed? I don't know whether you have noticed, but I have noticed something that there are no ugly babies anymore. There are no, I don't know. But before, when we were small, they would say that when we were much younger, when we were smaller kids, they say there is wawa. They will say there is no, they will say there is pako picking. They say there is body picking. But I don't know whether you have noticed that there is no body. I mean, there's no pako picking anymore. Every baby, everybody is so beautiful now. So the ones that book that we read those that the beautiful ones are not yet born. Now they are born. So beyond beauty, beyond beauty, when I'm done admiring the beauty of your daughter, what is next? Do you understand? When your daughter, I've seen her, oh, she's beautiful, her skin is glowing, oh, her color is blah, 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 blah. After I've seen that, what is next? So that is maybe that will make you understand what I mean by deepen her. Deepen her. The more you deepen her roots, the more she begin. And don't forget, as you are doing this, what you're doing is you are doing Bible calls it the mindset of the righteous. Not righteous as in holier than thou, all of that. No, righteous as in a mindset, a lifestyle. So you can call it the mindset of the smart, the mindset of the wise. So deepen our roots. So the more you are doing that, you're you don't, they call it silent and deliberate programming. Oh, there's a course, let her attend. Oh, there are conversations, you people have it together. Oh, there's teachable moment, you latch onto it. What are you doing? You're deepening our roots so that what matters or bothers other girls will not bother her. Are you aware? I like to tell you. So, are you aware that it's not every girl that is bothered by the issue of boyfriend, girlfriend? I'm telling you. There's a group I belong to on Facebook. It worries me when I read posts from young girls, very young girls. Everything they're asking is, my boyfriend did this, my boyfriend did that. What can I do? Mothers advise me. And I'm like, oh, Father, where are their mothers? So, and in that category, I also have another community that you see young girls, the way they think, the way they reason, you're like, my, oh, my. And I told us a long time ago that it is not everybody, it's not every parent that is doing what will be, would be. I refuse with that kind of parent that will say, what will be, will be. What will be, will not be. Oh. There's some things that your daughter has, there's a blueprint that is of your daughter that is with you, that you need to help her. Otherwise, she might not. Why is it that most of us, when we are 40, look at me, even me, So if you're going to be vulnerable now, even me, I struggled a lot with, okay, what am I going to do? Why am I here? All of the conversations that they now circle back and call midlife crisis. What's happening? Because some of us, we didn't take roots. We didn't take roots early. We didn't take roots early. But imagine you have put your daughter in a system of self-growth, of self-development over time. What do you think will happen? That is a seed, right? When it is growing, what will she grow to become? So do you think that is the things that bother other girls? Is that what it's not possible? It is not. You'll be shocked. I have seen young girls, we're currently holding camp in UK in July, and then the girl that's coming to come and we do handling our cameras and everything, the girl is not 20. She's not even 19. Young girl, smart, young. So while other girls are thinking, oh, and she charged us big, big money. Do you understand? So please, when your daughter is focused on taking roots down and self-development, all of that, the issue of, oh, I'm not saying, I'm not blah blah blah, it's what it will be minimally reduced. So the next thing you want to do to help your daughter is you need to help your teenage girl on the journey of discovering her path early. Parents, please, we have to sit up. This is our duty, this is our role, this is our responsibility. Help her. How do you help her? Observe her, watch her. You need to really this observation of the thing. You need to observe when she's angry, observe when she's happy, observe the things that makes her that gives her joy. Do you understand? Observe the things that thrills her, observe the things that she likes to do without anybody dragging her for it. If I ask some person, what do you think your daughter likes? How many of us can answer and give me a straight and fast answer? But this is how you're going to help your daughter early. Help set her on the path early. The Bible says that when you train up a child in the way that it should go, that means there's a way. There's a way that the child should actually go. So you can as well start early. I started very, 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 very late. But it's fine. But I have told us, can we begin to teach our daughters what we learned late? The things that we learned late, can we teach them early? Because that is when we are being an advantage to our daughters. So please, dear parents, you need to help her. Help her. The journey of discovering her path. Where will I be? What am I supposed to be doing? Let her discover it early. While I was in a Bible study session with the girls, and then we started talking about kings that reigned very early, very early. There was a particular king actually as early as 8. I was like, what? My goodness. As early as 8, he was already a king. Josiah, he was already a king. So they can start early. So your daughter doesn't have to now get to 20s and then she's trying to. Some of us, we finished university, we did our first degree, second degree. We're not started wondering. Like, we're now thinking, what can I do? Where am I supposed to be? What is my purpose? What am I doing here? Who can how? I've just told us how. Let us help them. Watch them, observe them, look at them, really see them. How does she learn? What excites her? She's already giving you clues, or is it clues or cues about what it is that our life is about. But are we taking notes? Our daughters are constantly trying to talk to us, but the question is, are we taking notes? Or we are so subsumed or immersed in the kind of thing that we think that they should be doing. The way it is when we were in school that, if you had a daddy lawyer, you had to study law. Or if you had a daddy doctor, you had to study medicine. But of course, we know that life had moved from that now. So please help them. So Jimenez, why are you helping them discover this early? So that you can place them on that path early. So that you can start early. So that all of the things that other girls are seen as important, as sacred, as whatever, is not what is on their mind. Their mind is on. I read. It's I don't know whether it's 2 or 3 or even 4 years ago now. There was a girl, a Nigerian, a Nigerian. Please, if you ever read that, if you ever read that news, then please put in the comment section for me. She was a pilot. I think she was a pilot, and then she was done with her life at probably 26 or something. And I'm like, what? My goodness, I've forgotten her name now. But there's such a girl. I read it. I think there was a plane crash or something or the other. But this girl started, and I'm like, my goodness. As at by the time she was, I don't know. I read it. And another one I read recently. She's doctor something. Doctors that attend people on the flight and everything. I think his younger brother died of something, blah blah blah, and then she now chose that, okay, I'm going back to Africa to go and be doing this kind of thing for people there. And the girl is just barely 24. So there's such a thing. There is such a thing as starting early. So I do not think, or do you think that it's those kind of modern things? Oh, Instagram, like, is it that kind of a girl that wants to be a pilot early? I'm just saying that as an example. Your daughter's journey might be something as simple as, I want to be an artist. It is not denigrating, it is not a disgrace. Please, it's not, because that is, I've told you, your daughter will shine faster in the area of her strength. She will shine faster, brighter, quicker in the area of her strength. So it's not so, and don't forget that all of this is, there's no law that says an artist is greater than a surgeon, or a nurse is better than a teacher. All of this is just a mindset by virtue of the environment that we grew up in. In the West, everybody is rated equally. Everybody is valued the same. Your cleaner, your cook, your porter, your teaching assistant, whatever, your healthcare worker, whatever, it's everybody is rated because they believe that everybody is contributing something to the general growth of the economy or of the country. So please help your daughters discover early. Help her, and how would you? I've just told you how. The next thing you want to do is you want to help her walk that path via learning and preparation. Prepare your girls. See, I sometimes I have to sit back and be like, oh, I hope that I'm not too strong or too hard on this girl. But I understand that the demands of the time that they will grow up in, it will take extra effort. That's the truth. So I understand that, and I begin to, drill that into her. Nobody will give anybody anything on a platter. Does your daughter understand? So there is more to life than all of the things that all of the things that they worry their heads with. That's what I mean. Your daughter wants to be, oh, I want to be, I want, I don't know, all of the flippant things that worry them so much now. And don't forget, you're not raising a child. That's another mistake that parents make. You think that, oh, she's just my baby. Hey, I know she's your baby. I understand she's very precious. But you're not raising a baby, you're raising an adult. You're raising her to be a responsible, resourceful, and impactful adult. So if you are doing that, you can't be doing it and be doing it as though, oh, everybody will just give her, they'll just, the way today is Palm Sunday now, they'll just lay down their, what's it called, their regalias for us to just walk on. Life doesn't happen that way. So please walk that path in learning and preparation. Prepare your girl. You're already seeing the prospect, you're already seeing her propensities. Begin to start now, begin to prepare. Begin to prepare. So that's why you're saving yourself a lot of headache. By the time she's now opening her to say, oh, this, she's far gone. And by that time, because by over the years, there's been, I watched a movie. I like to watch science movies, crime movies. It challenges my brain. So in that particular movie, just to drive home this point I just made, in that particular movie, these kids, they were groomed from the age of maybe say 6. They put all of them in a place and they started grooming them, training them, and all of that. Do you know? But by the time these kids became adults, they could not deviate. So much so that even if they found themselves in the system that is antithetical to what it is that they were supposed to do, they found themselves doing the same thing that they were programmed for doing. So that means there's such a thing as programming. So you can program your daughter. I don't mean robotic, no. I just mean enhancing their strength, enhancing their interest. That way you are helping them. You're even saving yourself a headache of, oh, this is, do you know how parents are struggling these days? They are teenage girls. If you know how they are struggling, you know that if you have a daughter that is not fully blown into all of the words of teenage girls, you don't know how blessed you are. You don't know how blessed you are. I have a teenager reach out to me. I was in that platform trying to teach girls and everything. And she says, I want to commit suicide. And I say, oh, I know sometimes teenagers they love exaggeration. And but because I will not say because teenagers love exaggeration, unless I know she's just exaggerating. What truly, if she really means that she wants to commit suicide, you'll be shocked at the things that she wanted to commit suicide over. That'll be a question for another day. So what am I saying? These things are happening. So you shouldn't shut your eyes to them. You shouldn't shut your mind to them either. Rather, you should be giving yourself the tools, giving yourself the tools to prep them. So help them. Let them walk their path. They've been learning in preparation. Put your girl in spaces where they are stretched. Put them in spaces where they grow. Put them in places where their mind is stretched. The next thing you want to do is know our circle and ensure it aligns with our journey. Because that's the major. I watched a movie yesterday. I'm going to recommend it to everyone parenting a girl. Bring Me Back My Daughter. It's on YouTube. Just look for it. So the girl's greatest challenge started with she was in the wrong place with her friends. Her parents are told her, okay, we don't do sleepovers, we don't do late night, blah 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 blah. Oh, mommy is stifling me, blah 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 blah. So she didn't listen. So she sneaked out of the house with who? Her friends. Do you remember when I talked to that? Please know the friends of your daughters. Be friends with the parents of your daughter's friends. Be is a reason. That is your daughter's cycle. So you need to be sure. Does it align with where my daughter is going so that you can know where to intervene? Don't forget that you are the God is the ultimate protector, but you are the chief security officer of your daughter. So that you can know. So if it's separate from where your daughter is going, you can know. And of course, you also know the importance of girls or friends rather of circles to your girl. So please know our circle. Don't say, oh, they're just friends. Your friend that said that, oh, I'm going to go and visit a friend. You've never met this friend. You've never. I just agree. Watch that movie. Bring me back my daughter. So she followed the wrong friends, and from there she got abducted, and a lot of issues that had no business happening began to happen. Do you know how many girls have found themselves in trouble because they had the wrong friends? It's a thing. I know what your daughter. So this thing I want to say, no, me, I don't have friends. So I cannot have friends. So if that's your business, if you choose not to have friends for whatever reason, that is really your business. But your daughter needs friends. Question: what sort of friends is your daughter going to have? What sort of friends? So please know our circle. So it's not. I have said it to us. Invite them over. Go, just watch, observe, so that you can know whether it aligns with our journey, so that you can know what to do. So if it means that you need to sit down again and have friends, after we watched the movie yesterday, my girls and myself, we sat down, we had a full master class on it. Okay, tell me, what do you think what went wrong with these girls? What happened? What would you do differently? You're in a separate place, and then this has happened. Even though you are in a place where you feel that you're no longer comfortable, we began to have conversations because these are things. These are things. So, dear parents, please, you're doing yourself a whole world of favor. And don't forget, go and check it now. Maybe you're on TikTok. That app, the way I mean, personally, I'm afraid of that app. I'm serious. I'm not lie. I am afraid of that app because I don't even have the app installed on my phone. But sometimes something will just trend and then you begin to see it and you're wondering, you are amazed at what young people have done. Have you not asked yourself why that challenges, I mean trends go viral? Have you not wondered who starts it? Most time is young, um, not busy girls. And then every girl begins to jump on it, begins to jump on it, begins to jump on it. And they begin to wonder what exactly is happening. So please watch the circle of your daughter. It's very important. Because most times I've told you, all of this, I'm not seeing, I need a phone or I need a air person. It's just an example. Your daughters can come with anything. I've told you what my own comes with. So they can come with anything. So that's just an example. So I need a hair, I need nose person or ring person or belly person or whatever or whatever. It's coming from what she's heard so much from her friends, what her friends have told her. Sometimes my daughter will speak a slang and I'll be like, please tell me what it means. I'm serious. Because I'm like, where is this one coming from again? So that is to say, so you will be a very funny parent, if you're not taking the cycle of your girl seriously. And don't forget, it's coming back to you. By the time that pressure rather builds up, she's coming back to you. And then she begins to twist you and you begin to think, oh, maybe it's not so bad after all. By the time you begin to say, oh, maybe it's not so bad after all, you want to question yourself, give yourself a break, a pause, and be like, oh, is this what we're doing now? Do you understand? So the next thing you want to do to help your daughter, and I've told you all of this, I'm not saying, I'm not whatever, they're born in this generation. So it's a thing. So you're the one to know how to help her navigate so that she's not lost in trying to be visible. Okay, so the next thing you want to do to help your teenage girl to understand is that help her understand the concept of time and seasons. It's very important. Girls, the people of this day, the from the Gen X and the Gen Alpha, they want to be born today, they want to work today, they want to get married today, they want to have children today. Of course, you know what I mean. So they want to do everything today. So so when we say teach self-control, teach patience, teach discipline, all of this culminates together. And that is what we're seeing. Have you not wondered why a girl of say 16 or 17 is so bothered or so stressed that she doesn't have a iPhone? What's the latest iPhone? Somebody chat me in the comment section, please. Is it 17 Pro Max or I don't know which one? Have you not bothered? Have you not thought why is this a thing? So because no one has taught them concept of time. and season. No one has taught them. I shout out to my friend. So shout out to my friend. So back home when we're talking and then we have conversing, she'll be like, Famila, what is your problem? This your there are a lot. I have a very fantastic tailor. So she'll just go to the market for me and then she'll just do materials for me. And then it will be so colorful and so beautiful. So absolutely beautiful, gorgeous. And I will rock it and I will and my friend will go, Formula, what is the matter with you? Do this instead, do this instead, do this instead. And I remember that I will say to her that when that time comes, when I'm able to do that, I will do it effortlessly. I remember we were always having conversations because we are when it comes to being sociable and everything, we are complete opposites. Do you understand? So, but I was able to understand the concept of time and season. So why is it that a young girl that's never worked for a day in her life is thinking, I want to wear a hair of for 400 or 500,000, and then she begins to feel pressured. She begins to feel that she's missing out. She begins to feel that, oh, life is passing her by if she's not able to wear that. Have you wondered where that is coming from? And when we say teach patience, teach self-restraint. There's such a thing as, it's called enkratia in Greek, the ability to contain yourself, call yourself back. If you know how many times I've had to call myself back, where I'm still calling, where we all of us need to call ourselves back, because that is where it's coming from. And the moment she doesn't, why? Do you know, I have always wondered why a teenager needs to feel like I need to do the complete works, makeup, eyelashes, nails, beautiful. I'm actually looking forward to probably having my nails done, Sometimes I don't know. So it's beautiful. I am not against that. But what I'm saying is, have you seen teenagers obsessed with hair extensions, hair fixings, the complete works? You know what I mean? So my daughter is in a mentorship system where they learn about finances and everything. So the coach was now so I was not listening to the coach. So he was asking the girls, what do you think is hair as in fixing of weave on and the rest? Is it a need or is it a need? Is it a want or a need or a necessity? It was a class full of 11-year-old girls, 12-year-old girls. Please, can you imagine what the response, what the comment was? They said it was a necessity. Class of 12, 13, 14. The oldest of them should be probably 17. I don't think they are up to that age in that class. So have you wondered why that is a problem? So do you now see where they come with all of their I am not visible? Because what they call visibility has been redefined to our girls. What people call visibility has been redefined to our girls. So are you not surprised? Are you not bothered? Because I am bothered. How a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old, a 14, 15, 16-year-old is going to say that hair extension, wigs and everything, it's a need, like a life need. The only thing a girl of that age needs is good clothes, good clean bra, clean pants, sanitary pads, clean clothes for period, and that is it. Do you understand? So that is to tell you where all this is coming from. So teach your own daughter early the concept of time and season. Teach them all these things that you are looking for now. I said to my daughter, I said, you know what? This, there's a particular ornament of fashion that she's so really up about because she sees me use them. And I've said, please, when you're talking to your daughters, please do not pretend to them. Do not pretend. Girls hate pretense. Girls hate hypocrisy. Don't pretend. So I'm not going to go and say because you are small. That's why I'm not. No, I had a conversation about why you're going to wait for this. Because why? It's going to form this and this and this between you and I. Your daughter is not crazy. I've told you, your daughter doesn't mean to make you mad. Even though sometimes they do make us mad, but that's not their intention. It's just their brain, their brain playing pranks on them. So I have to have the conversation. I said, this thing, you know what? I am going to do it for you, but at so and so and so and so time. And it will be for so and so and so reason. Do you understand? But because parents, we like to, I think we pretend too much and then we lie too much. And that is why it's very hard. Our daughters are seeing us say something and then do something else. For example, when she said, but mommy, you had 3 ear piercings, I had to make her honest. I said, even the ear piercing, I didn't have them till university. And I said, will I still do it today? I said, no. So I said, I acted based on the amount of knowledge available or accessible to me as at that time. I was completely honest. So I said, but now that I know better, I'm not gonna let you do this because I mean let you because of this and this and so it's not a conversation of is it wrong, is it right, is this a sin? No, it's about is it wise, is it necessary, is it needed, does it add to where I'm going? For God's sake, why am I wearing? It's beautiful, it is beautiful. Please don't misunderstand me. But based on the things I want to be doing with my life, it does not align with where I'm going. Do you understand? So I began to have this conversation. So let them understand seasons, but don't shut them down. Don't forget they're struggling with it. Your daughter has come for you to say, Mommy, I want to do this. But you understand times and seasons. Can you sit her down? Can you have a conversation? Can you be honest? Can you be vulnerable? This is why I think you don't do this yet. This is why and why and why. They want to understand. I've told you guidance, wisdom, guidance, wisdom, guidance, wisdom. That's all you need at that level of your teenage, at that level of parenting. Not law, order, law, order, law, order. And they see you when they turn their eyes to do something different. They will revolt. So the next thing you need to do is you need to help your teenage girl grow her confidence by how you parent her. Yes, I will explain what I mean. Grow the confidence of your daughter. How? How you parent her. How do you parent her? Don't shout her down. Don't speak her down. Don't belittle her. Don't all of those things makes them look for what is not lost outside. See, a girl whose love tank is filled, a girl who knows that she's been listened to at home, a girl who knows that I have a place in this home. There's a limit. I'm not saying it because the environment is still very important. So I'm not saying that so she's overall immune, but the pressure is reduced. So she doesn't feel the need to prove anything to no one. Most of these girls that you see on Instagram do funny stuff is because they feel the need to prove something. They feel the need to validate themselves. Your daughter doesn't have to feel validated. I was speaking with the girls and I said, you know what? So that a girl has failed does not make her what less deserving of your love than the girl that has scored all of the A's, all of for people that have multiple children. Do you understand? So how do you prevent? So some of us, how do I mean? The way you do them even kills their confidence. For example, your daughter is just looking, all dressed up, all pent up, and she comes and say, "Oh, look at me," and then you go, "Hey, you want to go and start? You want to go and start?" That's how it starts. How are you parenting her? Don't douse her fire. Don't douse her mind. Don't douse her spirit with bad words, with wrong words. That will not make her be looking for what is not lost. See, the way words build confidence, can you use words to build the self-esteem and confidence of your daughters? Please, can you try? There are times that I feel so triggered and I say, sometimes I used to say, in the name of Jesus, I'll not use my mouth to say what I should not say. I'm telling you, I'm being vulnerable with you. So, because I know, I understand you. I also do you understand? But I know what words, and actually, you also have to understand who you're parenting. If your daughter is a sensitive one with words, you need to be very, very careful. My daughter, ordinary one baga. You see tears everywhere. Everywhere is discombobulated. Whatever, there is stress everywhere. So please don't parent and then you shut them down. You shout them down. You talk them down. And some of us, sometimes your daughter is just experimenting. She's not meaning to go and try anything silly. But from the things you say, that's how they used to start. Oh, that one that carry pregnancy. That's how they used to start. And what do you think will happen? When you say this kind of thing to your own daughter, what do you think will happen? So you're already sowing a seed, you're already planting a seed. So please don't build their confidence. Don't shatter it. If you're watching live, you can put that in the comment section. Build the confidence of your daughter. Don't the world is already trying to do everything. This is a word that is have you seen young people before? People that used to do tummy talk are people that had very big stomachs, blah 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 blah. But have you seen the internet recently? Young people having people that have never had babies in their life, they're having to do tummy talks, all of those things. Your daughter is saying, I hope that she's saying. And after she has said that, it will now come and with your own mouth now, just say things carelessly. What do you think will happen? She will feel invisible now. Yes, now. Since that's how you want her to feel. So, dear parents, please, I hold us. Please, how you parent her. The next thing you want to do is you need to um, help your teenage girl and intentionally prepare her for a time. There's such a thing. The time of your daughter will come. I'll use the story of Esther. I love Esther so much. So many learnings, so many takeaways. The story of Esther. So Esther, she was a Israeli slave in a pagan land, and then suddenly the older queen misbehaved. Not really misbehaved. Vashti's conversation is a conversation for another day. I would probably one of my teachings again, I will go into Vashti. It wasn't really a misbehavior, but whatever it was, she got dethroned, and then she got dethroned. There was need for another coin, and then Esther's uncle had the king of Persia wanted another coin, and the Bible recorded that Esther was very, very beautiful, like your daughter. You understand? So, but what happened? So, her uncle started grooming her, started preparing her, started doing what? Her time will come. That's what I mean. So they started grooming her, preparing her. And uncle now delivered her even into the hands. So after the initial beauty pageant, walk in the wrong way, all of those kind of things. So they had to deliver her to the hands of somebody else. They had to prepare her, prune her. How are you pruning your daughter? When you see all those bad stuff, you cut it, take it away, you replace it. You see, I was saying to my daughter just recently, say, you know what? There's a doors that honor will open for you, but that dishonor will shut against you forever. Because I noticed some gap here and there. What do? You cut it, you prune it, you put the right one. You cut it, you prune it, you put the right one. So what are you doing? When you're doing all those things, you're preparing your daughter for a time. Because all of this, the time will come now. So just prepare her, groom her. Like the way when there was a wife on a wedding day, when she's preparing for her husband, yes, that's what you do. Groom her, prune her. Don't be harsh. Sometimes it is harsh. Sometimes I also fail sometimes. But what I'm quick to do is I'm quick to repair. I'm going to mention that now that I've talked about it. So when you see that you're failed, quick repair. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't let pride get in the way. If you're the one that goofed, don't wait. Don't reason it. Don't analyze it. Don't rationalize it. I failed. Pick yourself. Repair. You said the wrong word. Correct it. You were harsh. Put love. You were not understanding. Put understanding. Repair. Your daughter is human. She knows that you are human, and she will accept it. But when you fail and then you don't repair, that is when it is hard to do this grooming and pruning. Does it make sense? Put in the comment section. When you fail and you don't repair, it makes grooming and pruning very, very hard. But you fail. When I mean fail, I mean you've what you shouldn't do should have done. Probably you have said the wrong word, or you have done the wrong stuff, or you have said the wrong stuff, whatever it is in your parenting with your daughter. So do you mean to do that? Please acknowledge, repair, acknowledge, repair. As you acknowledge, as you repair, that gives you your license back to groom and to prune. But if you constantly batter, if you constantly belittle, if you constantly criticize, it is hard to groom and to prune. And it is easier for your daughter to go and be looking for what is not lost outside of your home. Do you understand? So, dear parents, please prepare her, groom her. I am not living with your daughter. You are the one living with her. You are the one that you know the gaps that you're seeing. So, trust me about gaps. Oh, trust me. Sometimes I feel like it looks as I look and everything I'm seeing is gap. But am I giving up? No. I said to myself, I'm not giving up on you. I don't have the right to give up. I'm not giving up on you. We're continuing. We're continuing. We're continuing. And then we'll continue to put in the work. And there's this I like to say to myself, I said, Christ will be formed in you. You know, it's a scripture, but I say it so much. And when I mean Christ, I don't mean Jesus Christ and everything. I mean, yes, of course, the wisdom of Christ, the love of Christ, all of that. Do you know what? Do you understand? Sometimes I like to use just scriptures to pass across my points. Do you understand what I mean? So please, prune her, groom her, prepare her for that time, because the time will come. I hope you know that one day your daughter's time will come. She'll be on that stage. That thing that she wants so bad. What do I mean? For example, that phone that she wants so bad. The time will come that she will have it. But when she has it, what will she do with it? What will she post? Who will she follow? What will she do? What will be her content? If she comes back 10 years, will she be proud? That's just an example. So that's what I mean. So prune her, groom her, prepare her. Digital footprints. You can't talk anyhow. You can't be anyhow. You can't behave anyhow. Watch your words. Gauge it. Think. Do you know that it is a girl that has been taught how to pause? Think. That's the same girl that will pause. Think before posting. It is the same thing. That's just an example. The next thing you want to do to help your daughter, and this, I'm not visible, nobody knows me, nobody understands me, all my friends are doing this. The next thing to do is you need to help your teenage girl by rehearsing through volunteering and role playing. I will explain. Rehearsing through volunteering. Give your daughters opportunity. Expose them to places, to systems where they can see what that thing that they are craving, they are wanting, how it is being done. Expose them. It will help them when their time comes. So that's what I mean. Help your teenage girl rehearsing. Don't forget, or everything she's doing in your. That's why I say sometimes you need to be careful. The things you say to them, rehearsing through volunteering and role playing. Do you know that I've had to say to my daughter, imagine that this is a crowd of 1,000 and you need to address them. How would you address them? What do you say? What do you talk? Rehearsing. If there's any opportunity for your daughter, for example, for you that have grown up daughters, 15, 16, 17, please expose them. Don't cocoon your daughters. Don't. Don't cocoon them. Don't hide them. Don't hide them. So, opportunity for stretch them. They're going to be fine. They're going to be the better for it. So that when that visibility and that stage and whatever now comes, they are not struggling. They're able to perfectly fit in. No, not necessarily fit in, but even stand out, because that is the work you're trying to do. So please give them opportunity. Let them rehearse. Let them rehearse for greatness. Let them practice for greatness, because greatness will come calling. And like I said, when it comes calling on your daughter, what will be there? Would there be content? Would there be depth? Or to just be the fair, the surface level kind of thing? You want to think about that. So the next and the last thing for today, how to help your daughter on a challenge of invisibility, you need to let her understand that depth and ready is better than out there and no substance. What do I mean? Have you seen people talk online? Sometimes I'm very afraid for even when my daughter eventually comes online. But I'm hoping that by the help of God and grace of God, that by the whatever God has been able to help somebody to achieve, there'll be no problems. Have you seen girls come online to come and analyze and talk about how men sleep with them, and it is different styles of style, the different style, different sex styles to give men. I'm not talking adult, married, blah blah blah. I'm talking young girls, single girls, blah blah, in you name, blah blah. I think I have stumbled on videos such as such, and after I listened, I felt it's as if the level of the Holy Spirit in me has come down. How many of us have experienced? I don't know. Some of us were very old. It's okay, it's fine. But me, I've experienced. I've just jammed it on Facebook. I say, "God, what one our problem is this? What wahala is this?" So what is that? The girl is visible now. She even asked, you will see comments. But that is out there, no substance. Do you understand? So instead of depth and ready, they meet her. Oh, there's a young girl, full of virtue, full of glory. Glorious things are spoken of you. I like that scripture a lot. So let her understand that they're not both out there. They're both out there now. But one has depth, one is ready, but the other one is out there, and then there's no substance. So teach your daughter so that she can make a choice. I said to my young lady, I said, by the time you're ready to go on, I'm just using that because that is what girls battle with the most. Likes, comments. Have you seen girls committing suicide because they don't have likes and comments? People, I've had videos that have had no view. We'll still come again. I will still do, and I will still move. Do you understand? So teach them that it's okay to be late, but to have depth and be ready than to just be out there and then you speak. Sometimes girls speak online, and I'm like, what has happened? Where have we missed it? What has happened? I've stumbled on such videos and it scares me. I'm not even gonna lie. It scares me because you wonder, how is a young person talking like this? How is a young person talking like this? So you want to teach your daughters these things, that it is better to have depth and be ready than to just be out there and have no substance. And then that brings us to the close of today. When you do all of these kind of things, you see that the stress of trying to be visible, all of the things they call visibility, quote and unquote, will have lesser grip on your teenage girl. And then you have time to really focus on what you need to focus on, because don't forget what I said, greatness is coming for your daughter. But when it comes, will she be ready? And then on that note, we come to the end of this class. Hope that you have learned something. And please, let us know. Do you want us to go and be buying fake followership? Please, let's grow this page. You have friends, they have daughters. Let them subscribe. There are loads and loads of videos that we've done that they can learn from. And then we're going to be hosting a course, a 1 day course this Easter, April 8th. Details are already in our community. It is called the Awakened Girls Course. Trust me, the curriculum stretched me. I sat down with myself. I said, no, this if you're gonna pay for it, then I can as well put in the work. So please, if you have a girl from 10 above, let her register for the course. It will do your girl good. The way to register, how to register is in our communities on Instagram page, on Facebook page, even on our YouTube, everywhere that we are, that you can see us. There is how your girl can register. The cost is 10,000 naira, but trust me, that is just nothing compared. Trust me on this compared to what I will learn. And don't forget what I said. Don't forget one of the things I told you that will help your daughter wrestle and win against this challenge of invisibility is giving depth, giving self-development. And this is one of the ways. Bring your girls in. Let us do it together. Okay. I'm excited preparing the curriculum. I'm happy preparing the curriculum. I want your girls to come and be a part of it. Okay. And then that brings us to the end of today. If you've enjoyed today, please share the link of this community. Let other parents that are parenting girls, let them walk, and then let's all go together. My name is Funaknala Williams, and I'm always happy, always glad, excited when I'm coming here to do this with you parents. And don't forget, I'm also you. You are me, because I am also parenting a girl like you. God bless you. See you next week, and bye bye.